What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Got some major news. President Donald Trump sends in B-52 bombers. I'll give you the details on that. Also, some major news on President Donald Trump meeting with President Zelensky about sending in Tomahawk missiles to potentially use against Russia. We'll go over the details of this, as many people are concerned about the escalation of war. We'll go over the details of this, and I'll let you hear directly from President Donald Trump in this video. That's right. So let's jump right in. We are live right now here on the YouTube It's Jimmy Show. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to hit that like button for me here. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos. I will keep you up to date. Okay, so President Donald Trump sending in B-52 bombers today. Take a look here.
American B-52 bombers seen here flying off the coast of Venezuela in a show of force by President Trump. This comes as the White House takes down another drug boat in the area, while the president confirms he has authorized CIA action inside of the regime. Trump summing it all up with this message for Nicolás Maduro. Listen.
Mr. President, it has been reported that Maduro offered everything in his country, all the natural resources.
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to around with the United States.
Wow, strong words. Maria Salazar, she's the congresswoman who serves on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. She's also the chairwoman of the Western Hemisphere Committee. So this is your space, Maria. Give me an assessment of how Donald Trump, our president, is doing on this issue.
Let's clap for Trump. And I'm a proud Republican at this hour, and I want to send the message to everybody that's watching us. He is doing the right thing. This is a historical moment to free the hemisphere from the bad hombres.
So the pressure is mounting. You're seeing these B-52 bombers. They're flying off the coast of Venezuela. As I mentioned earlier, the president confirming that CIA on the ground. What is happening with Maduro right now? How is he feeling? Do you think the chances of him leaving in a peaceful way and a peaceful transition to the opposition party who won the election is likely to happen now?
That would be ideal. And that is what Maduro needs to be thinking. Let me leave, let me go somewhere, enjoy the profits of my labor, and just give the country back to the opposition. Maria Corina Machado, who's hiding somewhere in Caracas, they have a plan together. The opposition won 70-30, and they're the legitimate president. People need to understand they have the largest reserves of oil in the world. Those reserves need to be in the hands of a democratic government, not in the hands of these drug kingpins.
So it's interesting. Venezuela is very unique in that way.
Yes.
When that transition happens, this is a country that can stand itself up. It has the resources to do that.
And let me say something. They will definitely, and she has told me repeatedly that they want to work with the oil American companies, the American companies that do the oil drink. So this is the perfect moment for us to do business with them.
Yeah, so President Donald Trump showing a major show of force against Venezuela, but will he show a major show of force against President Putin from Russia, sending Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine? Well, I'll let you hear from him here in a moment. But first, also, this is very important for those on Medicare or for those who have loved ones that want to be, pay attention. The annual open enrollment period goes from October 15th only until December 7th. If you have Medicare, this is the time to choose your new 2026 plan that works best for you. There has been a lot of Medicare changes recently, and most Medicare plans change, and many just go away entirely. Luckily, my trusted partner, Chapter Medicare, makes comparing every Medicare and Medicare Advantage option easy. They're honest, unbiased, and can review your plan and get you the best one in under 20 minutes. If you're on the right plan for your needs, they'll tell you, and if you're not, they'll help you switch. And by doing this, they've saved people on average around $1,100, which is amazing. They've helped hundreds of people from my community find better plans, and they can help you too. So call this phone number on the screen, 833-700-1320, or click the pinned comment down below in the comments section to connect with Chapter and find the plan that's best for you. Okay, here is President Donald Trump with President Zelensky in a major meeting. Take a listen.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's an honor to be with a very strong leader, a man who has been through a lot, and a man who I've gotten to know very well, and we've gotten along really very well. And we had a big call yesterday, as you know, with President Putin, and we'll be talking about it. President Zelensky of Ukraine has endured a lot. I mean, he really has. He's endured a lot, and we've endured it with him. To be honest, it's been a long time, and I think we're making great progress. So we're going to be talking about that today. We'll be talking about what took place yesterday with my phone call with President Putin, and I think that things are coming along pretty well. It began with Alaska, where I think certain guidelines were discussed, and we want to see if we can get this done. This was long ago into the Biden administration. I came here and we inherited this, and we'd like to see if we could finish it, end it. We want it ended. So many people have died in this war, and we're gonna get it ended. So I just want to thank you all very much. If you have a couple of questions, go ahead, please. In fact, before I do that, let me just ask the President to say a few words. Thank you, President.
Pleasure. Glad to meet you again, Mr. President. Thank you very much for the invitation. Again, my congratulations with your successful ceasefire in the Middle East.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you did it. And I think this is a momentum to finish Russia's war against Ukraine. I think that, yes, we understand that Putin is not ready. I think not ready, but I think that I'm confident that with your help, we can stop this war. And we really need it. We see that they don't have successful steps on the battlefield, and it's good. I think that their army is weak now, but a lot of losses. They have a lot of losses and in economy and people, and I think this is a very important moment. And I wanted to thank you, Mr. President, after our phone calls. Yesterday I had a good opportunity to meet with the big American energy companies, and they're ready to help us. Yes, after all these attacks on our infrastructure, Russian attacks, and etc. And I had also meetings, thanks to your team. We had meetings with a good military companies. We spoke about air defense, and I want to share it after with details where we are. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Mr.
Very good. And I think it looks beautiful in his jacket.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I hope people notice. It's actually very stylish. I like it.
President Trump.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Under the Biden administration, the White House was fearing of a possible escalation. They were not allowing the Ukrainians to strike into Russia, fearing of this escalation.
Yeah.
Would your administration allow Ukrainians to strike deep into Russia?
We're going to be talking about that. That's something we'll be talking about. You're right. It's an escalation, but we'll be talking about that.
Mr. President, will President Zelensky join you in Hungary to meet President Putin?
Because it's a leader that we like. We like Viktor Orban. He likes him. I like him. It's a country that's a safe country. He's done a very good job. He's been a very good leader in the sense of running his country. He doesn't have a lot of the problems that other countries have. And so we've decided that we'll be going to be with Viktor Orban, and I think he'll be a very good host.
President Trump, President Trump, right here.
It's in
President Trump.
Hungary, yeah. We're doing Hungary, yeah.
With Putin, trilateral meeting, or is it just you and Putin?
To be determined, but I would say most likely it's going to be a double meeting. It'll be a double meeting, but we will have the President, Zelensky, in touch. There's a lot of bad blood with the two presidents, and I'm not speaking out of turn when I say it. It's a very difficult situation. You know, we just settled the war, and after thousands of years, I guess, people say anywhere from 500 to 3,000 years, and I was in rooms, as you saw, because you were with me. A lot of you were with me last week with leaders that didn't like each other, but they were able to get along. These two leaders do not like each other, and we want to make it comfortable for everybody. So one way or the other, we'll be involved in threes, but it may be separated.
President Trump. President Trump.
Doesn't agree to peace in Hungary.
Was he what? Where are you from?
From Ukraine. He actually had a
Okay, good.
conversation with me
Good, yeah.
today. What if Mr. President Putin doesn't agree to peace in Hungary? What do you do then? Do you have?
Well, let's see what happens. I mean, what if? I think he will. I think that President Putin wants to end the war, or I wouldn't be talking this way. I think he wants to end the war. I spoke to him yesterday for 2.5 hours. We went through a lot of details. He wants to get it ended. I think that President Zelensky wants to get it ended. Now we have to get it done.
President Trump. Kara Castronova from Lindell TV. And although I love asking you questions, today my question is for President Zelensky of
Sure.
Ukraine.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Our President Zelensky, President Trump, just brokered a peace deal in the Middle East that all Americans, both sides of the aisle, are very proud of. But to meet that deal, both sides had to make concessions. Our president has stuck out his neck in many ways to make a peace deal for your war as well. What specific concessions are you willing to make to end this war with Russia? Will you give up joining NATO? Americans have foreign war fatigue, and our president, as he said, we need our Tomahawks too.
To me.
Yes, you, President
Okay.
Zelensky.
Thank you
What
very much.
concessions will you
That's some question, right?
So many
Thank
questions
you.
in one. Thank you very much for your question. First of all, I think we need to sit and speak. The second point, we need ceasefire. Even now, you see in the Middle East, it's very difficult to hold ceasefire. Everywhere, in every war, it's very difficult. We want peace. Putin doesn't want. That's why we need pressure on him. We will speak with President today what we need. We understand what we need to push Putin to negotiation table. And as I said previously, so we are ready to speak in any kind of format, bilateral, trilateral, doesn't matter. Matter just peace. This is important. And we don't speak about NATO or NATO. For Ukrainians, it's very important. Of course, it's our decisions of allies to decide where we are.
But are you willing to give up
Yes,
joining
but the
NATO?
most important thing for people in Ukraine, which are under each day's attacks, to have really strong security guarantees. NATO is the best, but weapon is very important. Allies on our side is very important, and between us, for us, bilateral security guarantees between me and President Trump is very important. I don't know, we didn't speak with details about it, but this is the most important document because United States is very strong.
Sir, President Trump, you are the middleman right now, hoping to end this conflict. Who is doing a better job negotiating, President Zelensky or President Putin?
I think they're both doing a great job in that sense. We have to get it done. We've got to take some of the hatred of each other. They don't like each other. I say that in front of President Zelensky, but I say it in front of President Putin too. They have tremendous bad blood. It really is what is holding up, I think, a settlement. I think we're going to get it done, and we have to make it long-lasting. As I said in the Middle East, everlasting, right? Everlasting. And the Middle East is a much more complicated situation. We had 59 countries involved, and every one of them agreed. And it's sort of amazing. Most people didn't think that was doable. This is going to be something I really believe that's going to get done. I had a very good talk yesterday with President Putin. I think he wants to get it done.
And President Zelensky, right behind you. When we were in Israel with President Trump earlier in the week, we heard a lot about the difference in diplomacy between President Trump and President Joe Biden before him. What do you see as the biggest difference in diplomacy between President Trump and President Biden?
President Trump has a big chance now to finish this war. President Biden now is not the president, so he doesn't have a chance to finish this war. And President Trump is really showed for the world that he can manage ceasefire in Middle East, and that's why I hope that he will do this, and we will also have such big success. For Ukraine, it's a big chance, and I hope that President Trump can manage it.
So, some pretty interesting words there by President Zelensky and President Trump. And this also comes on the news that President Donald Trump rejects Ukrainian President Zelensky's Tomahawk missile request in a tough meeting. Trump told Zelensky that he doesn't intend to provide long-range Tomahawk missiles, at least for now. The reason is because Trump made it clear his priority now is diplomacy, and he thinks providing Tomahawks could undermine it, sources say. Sources say the meeting was not easy, while others said it was simply bad. Nobody shouted, but Trump was tough. Trump gave several strong statements during the meeting, and at some point it got a bit emotional. The meeting lasted 2.5 hours. Now, however, we have seen Putin say before that he wanted peace. He's alluded to stuff like that, and then nothing ever happens, and then he goes to bomb Ukraine the very next day. In fact, just yesterday, or today, based on, I think, U.S. time, Russia just launched a record bombing campaign. Or actually, I think this is based on Europe time. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Russia just launched 268 guided aerial bombs, the highest single day total to date within 24 hours. Yeah. So, does Russia really want peace? You tell me in the comment section. And really, Ukraine wants these long-range Tomahawk missiles so that they can go and destroy some of the plants where they're making Russia's missiles and drones to just destroy some of the military factories where they're making this stuff to try to prevent some of the carnage that is happening against Ukraine. So to really just try to slow down the war. Will peace come? Will war escalate? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will keep you up to date. Don't forget to check out Chapter Medicare down below because it's open enrollment season right now. And share this video with anybody that needs to hear this information, or subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos. Click this video next to see the Pentagon saying they're preparing for war, or a new Social Security increase checks announcement. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you